Hi there, I'm Tom and I'm the Development Manager for Franchise 360, and in this short video I'm going to try and demonstrate some of the network management tools available within Franchise 360. At this point I should probably point out that franchise recruitment is covered by a separate module in Franchise 360, so if you need more information on that you should check out the additional information on our website. All of the network management tools are available from the system homepage in the internal section on the right hand side of the screen. Probably a logical place for us to start is the Franchises module. Basically, the Franchises module is intended to allow the franchisor to store all key details for active franchisees within a single database. These details can then be used elsewhere in the system. For example, we can pull them across automatically onto invoices. It's also worth noting at this point that the Franchises module does not deal with prospect franchises. Franchise 360 has a separate recruitment module for that, and that's covered in a different video on our website. When you go into the Franchises module, from the home page, the first thing you're given is a list of all your active franchisees. You can also filter that down so you can see terminated or sold franchises if you need to, but by default we just show you the active ones. Clicking on the name of a franchise will then take you into a page which contains all of the details for that franchise, including their address, company details and bank details. Franchise 360 allows the franchisee to see and keep their own details up to date, so these details should always be correct. As well as this basic information, there are also a number of other tabs up here which store additional information about the franchise, and I'm going to try and cover each of these off in turn. The Key Dates tab allows you to store details about any upcoming renewal dates, for example renewal of the franchise license, any insurance renewals, and potentially CRB checks, etc. if they're relevant to your business. The actual dates which are shown in this tab are configurable by head office through the settings area up here. Although it's obviously useful to be able to see these dates for a single franchise, the key benefit of this is that Franchise 360 allows you to search for these across the entire network from the home page. So if we go into the Key Dates tab here, we can basically search for any active franchise with a franchise renewal date within 3 months, and that'll give us a list of all matching franchises. Clicking on one of them will take you straight in so you can see those dates. If you're feeling a bit more proactive, you can also go into the Notifications tab, and in here you can basically choose to be sent an email when any franchise renewal date gets within 3 months of the given date. So going back to the franchise that we were in previously, the Birmingham franchise, the next tab is the Users tab. The Users tab is basically where you set up logins to the system so people can access it. Franchise 360 allows you to have more than one login for each franchisee, so if your franchise has multiple vans, you can set up one user per van. When setting up a new user, you basically get a permissions grid like this, where you can get full control over what level of access the user has to each area of the system. For example, if I didn't want technicians to have access to the management service fee area, I simply go into MSF invoices and I set their permission to none. Going back to tabs again, the next tab is the library. The document library allows you to store any key documentation about the particular franchisee. For example, you might want to upload their contract or their insurance certificates, anything like that. These documents are then visible but not editable by the franchisee. You can set up whatever folder structure you want in here, and Franchise 360 allows you to upload any type of file. So you can upload PDFs, you can upload Word documents, whatever you want can go into here. That pretty much covers the franchise itself, apart from the Notes tab. The Notes tab is intended to allow you to log any conversations with the franchisee that you feel you might want to refer back to in the future. If you click on Add, a simple rich text editor allows you to add bullet points and other formatting, and you can choose whether or not you want this note to be visible to the franchisee. If you choose yes, it'll give you a little warning just to make sure you don't put any sensitive information that you don't want visible in there. So that basically covers the tabs that you have available in the Franchises module, and we'll go back to the home page and look at some of the other functionality available. The next logical module is probably the document library. Unlike the document library you saw against the franchisee, which was only visible to head office and that franchise, the global document library is visible to all the franchises in the network and is intended to allow head office to share documentation with everybody. In general, we find that this is used for marketing collateral, such as logos, flyers, things like that, and also for operations manuals or processes. As with the library against the franchise, you can put whatever folder structure you want in here and upload any documents, and the only people who will be able to edit this structure are head office. Franchisees get a read-only view. Franchise 360 also contains a basic forum for use by the franchisees. The idea is that this allows the franchisees to share best practice amongst themselves and also share success stories across the network. It also allows head office to publish information about training days, etc. if needed. One thing worth mentioning is if you don't think that this module is going to be useful for your network, as with all modules in Franchise 360, we can switch it off completely and it then won't show in the system. Finally, Franchise 360 also contains a simple Helpdesk ticketing system. When the network's small, it's pretty easy to keep track of requests for help by franchisees. But as the network grows, having something that allows you to keep track of all the open requests and assign them to staff to handle can be a real benefit. This module allows a franchisee to log in and raise a query, which will then notify head office that there's a new ticket that needs dealing with. Head office can then assign that to the relevant person at head office. And then as that person deals with it and they put updates on there, it will send emails back to the franchisee letting them know that there's been an update to their ticket. Equally, if the franchisee updates the ticket with some additional information, it will notify the person it's been assigned to that there's been an update from the franchisee. Finally, when everybody's happy with it, the ticket can be closed off and that'll then drop off the list of open tickets. The one area I haven't covered in this video is management service fee invoicing. It's worth noting that Franchise 360 can perform all of your management service fee invoicing for you if you want, but that does require the franchisees to be using it for their invoicing, and therefore it's a little bit in-depth to go through in a short video. If you want more information on that, please do contact us and we can show you how that works. So that's pretty much it for the internal tools in Franchise 360. For more information, please do check out our website www.franchise360.co.uk or contact us for a more in-depth demo.